Saturday, it's the weekend, it's the day we wash the car, do laundry, go to Target, if you're still going to Target, running errands, you know what I'm saying? But the weather has me feeling kind of blue. I'm over winter. I'm ready for spring to get here. So I got several fragrances here. I just want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Fragrances that I like. Some of them I've talked about before. Some of them are super cheap. I think everything on this list is under $100. So this is going to be a budget friendly list. Most of these are clones, impressions, and then I think I have one niche and one designer, all under $100. But I think, well, two designers actually. So yeah, if you're feeling kind of blue or if you're into blues, then let's go ahead and jump into today's conversation. Yo, what's going on, party people, fat boy family? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you are having an amazing weekend, man. It seems like football season is over, so I really don't know how to feel. NBA is terrible. Men's college basketball is terrible. Women's basketball is off the chains right now, though, so I'm definitely looking forward to the women's tourney. Nonetheless, if you're, you know what I'm saying, into fragrances and all that kind of thing, or if you just happen to be scrolling and you see me talking about some of the best budget-friendly blue fragrances you can buy out there, feel free, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, go ahead and click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new fragrance content to the channel. But let's go ahead and jump into today's conversation. Again, gonna be talking about basically some blue fragrances, under $100, budget-friendly. Blue fragrances normally are some of the most versatile. These are fragrances that you can really wear in the fall. You can wear in the winter time. A lot of them you can wear in the spring and the summer also. Some of these you're gonna get a lot of flexibility. So as we get ready to transition seasons, this is a great conversation to have and also to make sure you guys save some money at the same time. So let's go ahead and jump into the first fragrance, which is one I've talked about on the channel before. Really no secret to those of you who are in the fragrance community, but we have from the house of Rasasi. Beautiful bottle. We have, I'm gonna say Daarej or Daarej, and Daarej pour Homme. Again, this is from the house of Rasasi. We butchering names already. A beautiful, nice vanilla, warm, spicy fragrance. This is more of a dress up kind of blue. So again, right now, like we went from 20 degrees or in the teens to like, it's going to be 70 degrees. You know what I'm saying, on Tuesday. So this is a great scent, especially if you got to wear a suit and tie to work, if you got to go business casual, if you got an important meeting or something like that, you're going to get enough spice and character out of here. There's some cumin in here. There's some cardamom in here, some rose and vanilla, even some artemisium, some tonka bean, some amber. It's a lot going on. Now, I will say the opening on this is definitely a bit harsh, a bit synthetic. That rose and vanilla does come off a little harsh, but once it does get to the middle of the heart of the fragrance and start to dry down, a beautiful, sophisticated blue type of fragrance that, again, most people are gonna rock in the wintertime, but definitely spring right around the corner. Great transition scent. So a great place to start. This I got from Fragrance By, under $20. $20, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like $19 or something like that, and you may be able to find it for cheaper. Also, I'll post a link to everything in the description I mentioned today where you can buy it. But again, from the house of Rasasi, we have Daarej. All right, we're gonna keep this train going with another super old school popular blue fragrance from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. Some of you may already know what I'm probably getting ready to pull out. Pause. But we have Aqua Essenziale Blue. Beautiful amber, citrus, woody fragrance. You got your typical citrus in here. You got your bergamot. There's some ambroxan in here, some patchouli. Again, we're getting more into spring with this one. There's some lavender in here as well to give it a nice, clean, aromatic, soapy kind of feel. This is your typical blue. You got a little bit of Dylan blue going on in here. There's a little bit of some Bleu de Chanel character going on. So this is not necessarily a clone, but definitely budget friendly, definite cheapie here. This one I found on Fragrance By as well. Again, I think the last one, the Rasasi, this one as well, you should be able to find well under, I think this one was like $20 around that price as well. But again, I'll post the links. But yeah, but this is another one along with that you can dress up, you can dress down, white t-shirt, polo, you know what I'm saying, dress shirt, tie, really doesn't matter. But I think this one is going to be more suited once we get into warmer weather, again, where a lot of that citrus is going to shine through. But as you get to that nice woody dry down, that's where this one really shines bright. This has been out for a while. This fragrance has been out for over 10 years now. I think 2014, 2015, like this has been out for a minute. So definitely 10 years in the game, certified, a definite great cheapie. That like I said, a lot of you who are already in Fragcom, y'all know. But you know, in the words of my brother Ray's Ramon, we make content for the common man. You know what I'm saying? That may not be up on all of that and just wants to smell good. So again, this is definitely a great option from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. We have Aqua, Essenziale Bleu. All right, this next one is a super popular fragrance that a lot of you love. If you don't know, this is one of the few budget-friendly cheapies that you can probably find still in department stores like a Belk, Macy's, Dillard's or something like that. You should definitely see it floating around like Macy's backstage. I think you can definitely find this, but this is another one that I got from Fragrance Buy, I think roughly around $30, $35 at the time. But we have from the house of Missoni, we have Missoni Wave, a beautiful citrus, aquatic, beautiful, fresh, aromatic fragrance. You got those sea notes. So some mandarin here, some lavender, some sage. There's some patchouli in here, I believe, some oak moss as well. This is just good all around. You have that Chanel Allure DNA, Allure Homme DNA. There's some Versace, what is it? Versace Pour Homme, Versace, whatever the fresh version, that light colored version of Versace is, you have that going on as well. But you really can't go wrong with this. This is perfect white t-shirt fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Springtime, warm, whether it's 70 degrees outside, I would save this for more like 75, 80 degrees. Once it hits 80 degrees, this is definitely one of these you can pull out. Great gym scent, great gym scent, great errand scent, great basketball scent. You know what I'm saying? Great grilling scent, you know? So I don't know too many people who dislike this one. Just a little bit synthetic, you know, in the opening, but that kind of wears off after 5 minutes. But I think that's the only complaint that a lot of people have. But again, from the house of Missoni, we have Missoni Wave. Now this next fragrance, definitely, I think highly underrated, or maybe not, because they've already come out with an EDP version. I'm like, bro, like y'all ain't even let us enjoy the EDT. And normally we don't talk about a lot of EDTs, but this is a house that always does good, whether it's an EDT, EDP, or a Parfum. But one of the best designers to me that came out in 2024, we have from the house of Polo. We have Polo 67, a beautiful aromatic, citrus, fruity, woody fragrance. Now, you get that pineapple, you get that bergamot. I gotta smell it. Sage, juniper, that vetiver, patchouli. This is a great fragrance. Now, this is crazy because it's like Polo took all of their great fragrances and put it into one. You got that YSL wide DNA going on in here. Well, not Polo took all their best fragrances, but it's like a whole bunch of fragrances they pull from. So, and specifically YSL being a huge influence, because there's some YSL Y in here. There's some YSL myself in here. There's some shoot, what else do you get in here that comes from the juniper? I can't think of it right now, but this is kind of like an amalgamation, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of different things that you have going on. So super Ralph's Club, like they stuck with, that's what it was. They stuck with Polo because it's more of a sophisticated blue, you know. So this is more of the blue you wear to court. This is the blue you wear to church. This is a blue you can also get away with on date night that she's gonna be like, ooh. And like I said, that pineapple, that lemon, and then that juniper just gives it a nice, vibrant, bouncy house type of lift. That sounds crazy, but some of y'all understand what I mean when I say that. Like I said, they do have the EDP out, which I have not gotten a chance to put my nose on, but this right here is well enough fine for me. So again, check this out if you get a chance, even if you just have to get the sample from the house of Polo. We have Polo 67. All right, and I do want to jump right back in to the house of Polo, We have, again, from the house of Polo, Ralph Lauren, we have their Polo Bleu, and this is the Parfum. So basically we take that 67, and then it's not even so much that DNA, because this was out way long before the 67 was, but you amp it up and you get even more mature in the aromatics and the woodiness with this one, because there's some pink pepper in here, there's some olebana, some oak, some patchouli or whatever. So this is definitely for more of the sophisticated man. I can definitely see you putting on a shirt and a tie. This is a jacket specifically with this one. You can definitely get away with wearing this blue at night. So I know a lot of people, some people may ask, well, should I get the Polo 67 or should I get the actual the Polo Bleu Parfum? Is it redundant to have both? I don't think so. This one kind of goes more of a Aqua type of route, and then this one kind of goes more of a YSL route. So this is younger and this is more mature. That's the biggest difference. So if you want vibrant, playful, day party, I would say this. If you want more mature, giving off that grown man energy, I would say this one right here. But again, definitely check this one out. And I found this at Burlington. Like, this was in the mini bottle. I got the big bottle as well. Same thing with the Polo Red. So hopefully you're lucky enough to find that one. But I'll post a link to the description where I think you can get it right now anyway on a great deal. But from the house of Ralph Lauren, we have Polo Bleu, and this is the Parfum. So this next fragrance is one of those that really kind of, it has a love-hate relationship with a lot of people. It's one of the ones that really kind of helped launch my YouTube channel. It's one of my favorite fragrances. From the house of Afnan, we have Supremacy in Heaven. This is a beautiful citrus, woody, fruity fragrance. You get some of that greenness in here. You're bringing that green tea. There's some black currant in this as well, some musk, the bergamot. This is a play, their impression, and I'm gonna say remix. This is not a cover, this is not a direct clone, but more of a remix on Creed Silver Mountain Water. I actually do prefer this one. Once you let this one macerate, once you let this one sit for a while, I do prefer the take on this one compared to Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. It is good, Sillage is good, but they're both super synthetic in my opinion. I think Sillage remains synthetic, and I think this one gets better with time after you let it sit, especially with the longevity. Definitely, you know, now we're into that 6 to 8 hour range on skin, where before it was really just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, 4 to 5 hours or whatever. So it has definitely matured and gotten better with time. But this is, to me, like, this is the perfect white tea, Bahama breeze type of fragrance, high heat, man. It does have a level of sweetness to it though. That's the only thing about that Silver Mountain Water DNA. There are times where that musk can get sweet and it can be a bit cloying to me. So be careful, because even in the decant of Silver Mountain Water I had, and with this one, and it kind of gives me a headache at times, and that could be because it's synthetic, but I get the same thing from that Silver Mountain Water feel as well, because the level of sweetness sometimes can just be overbearing. So maybe not high heat, but like I say, anything above 85, I probably wouldn't pull this out. I probably would go for something more like Virgin Island water. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. One of my favorites from the house of Afnan, we have Supremacy in Heaven. Now, speaking of that Armaf Club de Nuit line, I can't talk about blues and not talk about this one. This DNA based on arguably the most iconic fragrance in Fragcom, a clone and probably one of the better ones out there. You know, you can argue about the Al Hermain, you know, their version of Amber Oud, what is it, Blue? Yeah, from the house of Armaf, we have Club de Nuit, and you already know I'm talking about iconic. This one here, another one you can get specifically from anywhere, but I got mine from Fragrance Buy for around $30. Beautiful citrus, woody, amber, some nice spice going on here. Grapefruit, lemon, mint, pink pepper. You got woody notes. There's some ginger, some melon. There's a lot going on in this one. Some amber, some patchouli. Yeah, this one is one of those blues that you can wear all year round. You can dress this up, you can dress this down. I think this DNA is going to be more so a cross between the EDT and the EDP, you know, so I would love to see somebody come out with something based on the Parfum. Anybody that can clone Bleu de Chanel de Parfum, if y'all know something, let me know. Because I know some of y'all gonna be in the comments and you're gonna tell me, man, you should have added this, you should have checked it. And I'm not mad at that, so definitely let me know. But you still can't go wrong with this. If you love that Bleu de Chanel DNA, but you appreciate the price of this more, roughly around between $30 and $35 from somewhere like Fragrance Buy, definitely check this out. But it is what it is. It's iconic. You cannot go wrong with that DNA. It works in all situations. It is probably one of the best all-around fragrances that you can buy. Blue, green, yellow, white, it doesn't matter. But again, from the house of Armaf, we have Club de Nuit, iconic. If you like Invictus Aqua from Rabanne, Paco Rabanne, then you're gonna love this, which is a nice clone, a nice cover, remix, whatever you wanna call it. Again, we're sticking with the house of Armaf. We have El Cielo, it's either Cielo or Cielo, Pour On. Again, beautiful powdery vanilla fresh citrus fragrance specifically we have going on here. You got some nice melon, apple, bergamot, lemon, lavender, giving that nice powdery feel. I do want to spray this one. It's been a while. This is good. This is good. The melon, and this has been sitting for a minute because I've had this for a while, but the melon in here, combined with everything else, it gives it a level of sophistication that you don't expect from something that's cheap. I think it's like $15. This had to be like $15 or something like that. You can probably find it cheaper than that. And you wouldn't think something so cheap was that good. But this one right here, especially when you bring in that lavender, you know, and that vanilla and you get powdery fresh, it's one thing to be fresh, but when you get that powdery fresh, it makes you feel a little bit cleaner and not, you know, sometimes fragrances can feel like they stick to you, but this is another good one. Again, like if you like that Paco Rabanne, that Invictus Aqua DNA, then you should definitely love this one. But check this out. This is an old one. I think I did a video specifically on this one, or I included it in the list last year. But the one thing about fragrance, we're gonna make our rounds. There are new fragrances out, old fragrances. A lot of you aren't, you know, you're new to fragrances completely. So a good one you should check out, again, from the house of Armaf, we have El Cielo Pour On. All right, this next fragrance, next to last, I think we got 10. So this is next to last. This is 9 in no particular order. But this one is a cross between two fragrances I enjoy. You have CK1 Old School, Azzaro Chrome Old School, but this one, it's almost like the reformulation of those because it lasts so much longer. But from the house of Bharara, we have Double Blue, and man, I absolutely love this fragrance. A beautiful aromatic citrus, woody, sweet fragrance. You got that pineapple, that rosemary, that jasmine. I gotta spray this one. And what really sets this one off is the driftwood. It's the driftwood in here that gives it that level of woodiness that's different. It's like, it's not a driftwood is not necessarily like a dry wood. It's kind of more of this wet wood feeling versus something like cedar or whatever, or Gaiac wood or something like this. But man, this is good. This is probably one of the things I just dumb reach for and I spray. And if you know anything about Bharara, a lot of you are probably familiar with Bharara King, of course, because of the makeup, because this is a citrus heavy fragrance. You don't get the same beast mode fragrance that you get from a Bharara King, but you still get great performance, great longevity out of this one. This one is a little bit pricier, you know what I'm saying? On the pricier side, more than I would probably advise some people to get. Probably gonna have to pay somewhere around $50, $60 for this one in particular. But it's definitely, if you like that chrome DNA, if you like that CK1 DNA, and you just want something that's updated, that's going to last you longer, and you're still not going to be paying full, you know, designer prices from something from like the 90s, early 2000s or whatever, still a great cheap buy under $100 or whatever. But from the house of Bharara, check this out. We have Double Blue. All right, and to finish it up, to top it off, we have a recently new full bottle that I picked up. I had a sample of this that I recently, you know, got, and I was like, yo, I gotta have it. So I ended up getting a full bottle, and it was only like $75, I think, on Fragrance Buy or whatever. And this is a niche fragrance. So $75 for a niche fragrance. So you probably already know the house that I'm talking about, but from the house of Mancera, we have Aqua Wood, and this is one of their better fragrances that I love. We got those citruses in there, but there's a level of sweetness that you get from that pear. There's some ginger, some rose, some amber, a little bit of incense in here. Fam, this is good. This is good. Ooh, good. This definitely has more citrus than wood in it. Way more citrus than wood. Again, from the wears, I've worn this a couple of times already. You get that beautiful sweetness from the pear and the citruses, and then it kind of lingers around a little bit. I'm gonna say something crazy. There's like some imagination afternoon swim type things going on with this. Like if they had a baby and then you replace the orange with pear, it's kind of weird, but it sounds crazy, but I kind of get that feel, and I'm probably the only one that feels like this. Nonetheless, if you're looking for a beautiful blue niche style fragrance and you're not trying to break the bank, again, I'll post a link down to this one. Like I said, I think it was like $75 for this one, but a beautiful, beautiful fragrance you're going to get beautiful performance out of. And this is a super versatile fragrance, closing out winter, going into spring, going into the summertime. I wouldn't think something that was more wood based would be more suited for high heat, but this one definitely, you'll understand what I'm saying and get the sample of it. If nothing else, it is a lot more citrus in here than the name actually suggests. So again, from the house of Mancera, we have Aqua Wood. All right, so I know that took a little bit of time. We talked about 10 fragrances though. 10 fragrances. I gave you 10 Bleu. We got the Rasasi, we got the Ferragamo, we got the Missoni, the Polo 67, the Polo Blue Parfum, the Afnan Supremacy in Heaven, the Club de Nuit Iconic, the Armaf Cielo, the Bharara Double Blue, and then we got that Mancera Paris Aqua Wood. So I know there are a dozen other things that probably could have been added to this list. I have probably 10 other fragrances in the collection that I probably could have added to this list as well. But these are the things that I probably reach for more than those things. And I just grabbed quickly and was like, yo, let me just put together a video real quick for those people who are new to Ferragamo, figuring out, okay, it's starting to warm up here. I need to start purchasing some things, even though y'all should have really done that a couple of months ago. You know what I'm saying? Because now when everybody's trying to buy everything, it can be hard to get, but a lot of these things are still available. But yeah, if you've been watching this long, you know you're part of the family. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But yeah, holla at your boy. Let me know, what else would you add to this list? What would you replace? What would you take off? Whether it's clone, whether it's an original, but just budget friendly fragrance, whether it's a designer, whether it's niche, holla at your boy. Let me know. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video.